Hello and happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to another Arkham Horror live stream. Good morning, Kurt. Good morning, Cap. Good morning, Living for Games. How is everyone doing? Hope you all are doing fantastic. Yeah, so today we're going to be playing some more Arkham Horror. Love Arkham Horror. Last game was like an epic experience. Last game felt so satisfying. We did so good last game, and I'm just like, I hope that today is as good as last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. How's everyone doing? Whew. It's supposed to snow here tomorrow. We're supposed to get like 2 to 3 inches of snow here tomorrow. But so I had to go disc golfing today because we were going to go tomorrow. But that just no longer works. I did get the chat working, so that's good. I'm happy about that. Alrighty. This one looks kind of crazy, like the way that it's set up. Okay. Let's just dive right in then. Okay, scenario 6, the City of Archives. So we are kind of approaching the end of this campaign. I'm not 100% sure how many more we have to go. Usually I think of them as 8 session campaigns, but there's a good chance that it goes a little bit shorter than that based on the outcomes of whatever we are dealing with. So we've got scenario 6, the City of Archives. Intro 1. You remember very little of the next few days. Your consciousness fades in and out as your body grips with exhaustion and your mind feebly attempts to comprehend what exactly had happened to you. The inhabitants of this place are the same creatures you saw Alejandro consorting with. Immense corrugated cones of clammy flesh with 4 thick limbs extending from the top. That's weird. They are horrifying to look upon. Yeah, they are. But they do not harm you as you expected they might. Your first few days are spent restrained and questioned by the creatures, several of which are somehow able to communicate in English. Others reproduce the language using an old futuristic machine played like a musical instrument. You are reminded strangely of the jazz piano at the Nightingale. It is only then that you realize your body has been altered. You have no hands or fingers to play the keys, no legs to walk upon, no lungs to scream out. You are one of them now, one of the creatures that has taken you captive, and your original body is nowhere to be seen. Alrighty, well that's kind of exciting. Despite your captivity, the creatures do not seem intent on harming you. Instead, they merely interview you, asking all manner of questions about a broad range of topics: your society, your profession, your technology, your ecosystem, your human body. Their thirst for knowledge is unyielding and unending. Their questions range from mundane to the complex. They implore you to write copiously in your own language, taking anything you write and store away in their vast archives. You are informed that you will be able to roam the city freely if you comply. So, should we cooperate and tell the creatures everything you know, or refuse and resist captivity? I feel like we're going to cooperate here. I don't see myself resisting, especially if we've already been transformed. So you cooperate with your creatures, hoping to earn your freedom. You are sick of captivity, and perhaps you will be able to find a way home if you are able to roam the city at will. The creatures seem pleased that you are answering their questions, though the mannerisms are still completely alien to you. Days turn to weeks, perhaps even longer. It is difficult to tell. Finally, one of the creatures informs you that you are free to roam the halls of the city with several restrictions. You are not allowed to do harm to your new body, for it belongs to another of their race, and you are not allowed to leave the city. Your restraints are lifted, and the creatures watches with keen interest as you get used to your conical body. In your campaign log, record that the investigators cooperated with the Yithians. Okay, skip to setup. In setup, so we're going to gather all the cards. We've already kind of done that, but before drawing our opening hands, each investigator searches their deck for each unique item asset. The Relic of Ages was the only one that we had. Oh, and my video is not working. So, I'm going to go fix that real quick. Cool. Okay, everything's working now. The alien technologies are messing with my stream. So, yeah, so the Relic of Ages was the only one that was a unique item asset that we had to take out of our deck. We replace each investigator's card with a Body of Yithian investigator card. So these are the Body of Yithian investigator cards. Hey, Beast Snow, how's it going? Arkham, I may be playing this tomorrow. My buddy and I play all the competitive LCGs. He said he thinks he wants to play Arkham tomorrow. Sick, nice. What campaign are you doing? Knight of Zealot? Start us out. So each of your ally assets gains the Yithian trait, and as a reaction, after you commit a card to a skill test that you are performing, double the skill icons on that card, and then as an Elder Sign, we get to +2 and we get to draw a card. So let's talk about the deck modifications that we had, because Daryl, aka this Body of Yithian over here, had 6 experience to spend. So I was given the suggestion, I forgot who said it, sorry, but to buy some skill cards. So we upgraded 2 deductions. So now we have these deductions which give 2 books, and after we commit a card to a skill test, we double the skill icon. So this is like a 4 for us, which is nice because our stat line is 2 2 2 2. No idea, definitely not Knight of the Zealot. The third scenario is right. Yeah, Dunwich is good. I like Dunwich, especially for new players. I assume that they're a new player. Hey Canadian, how's it going? And then we upgraded our second copy of Dr. William to a level 2. So we got that. Over here for Kamani, we upgraded a sneak attack. So sneak attack level 0 is deal 2 damage to an exhausted enemy at our location. And then sneak attack level 2 is deal 2 damage to an enemy not engaged with you at your location. So we get a little bit of more flexibility there. We upgraded our second copy of Leo, and then we got 2 copies of Savant, which are level 1 cards. We only had 5 experience for Kamani. Savant gains a wild icons equal to your lowest skill other than the skill being tested. So it's going to be 2 wild, so that's going to be a 6 wild for us in our Body of Yithian. We started a campaign, I think Dunwich months ago, but never finished. Ah, gotcha. Nice. Arkham's so great. Okay, so we are now in the Body of a Yithian. So who knows how that goes? They also have a 7/7 health sanity stat line. Check campaign log. If we cooperated with the Yithians, we did. Put the interview room arrival chamber into play. It is one of the 3 interview locations. Each investigator begins play at the interview room, arrival chamber. Randomize the other 2 interview rooms and put them into play as well. We have so many cards set aside. Probably play some L5R and Arkham tomorrow. What a day. Nice. Yeah, no, I want to... How is L5R? I know you've been playing a lot of the competitive LCGs. How is L5R compared to some of the other ones? So these are all connected to the hall here. L5R is awesome. The art is top notch. I placed it only behind Lord of the Rings because I'm a Lord of the Rings bias. Gameplay is very strategic. Oh, nice. 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 So speaking of like strategic gameplay, we started playing Pandemic Legacy season 0 yesterday. We played through the prologue and then January. Um and it is so freaking good. So good so far. I've played through Legacy or season 1 and season 2. Season 0 was so very much more strategic. You're like manipulating. You have so many pieces that you have to have in like different positions on the board, and it's so freaking awesome. The setup looks way more complicated than Marvel Champions. Are you talking about for Arkham, or are you talking about for L5R? Good morning from Brazil. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Glad that you're here. For Arkham, yeah, it is a lot more complex, mainly because you have a board that you're moving around. So like we're starting here at the arrival room, and we can use actions to move around the board. And so, yeah, it's a little bit more complex as of a setup than here. Hey, giant lasagna. The arrows are so cool. What the heck? Yeah, I like the arrows a lot. I use the red or the green arrows for a two-way. And then the red arrows, you can flip them over and it only points one direction, but I have the red arrows for a one direction just because I have a hard time with that. Okay, so we start at the interview room. Has a Shroud of 2. After you begin your turn in this location, if there's a Yithian enemy in this location, draw one card. If the investigators cooperated with the Yithian, search the gathered encounter set for a Yithian observer and spawn it unengaged in the lead investigator's location. Note that it gains aloof due to the text on Act 1A. So we need a Yithian observer. This feels like the start to Dunwich all over again, where you have like the aloof enemies and you're trying not to like mess with them too much. Probably makes it easier for the colorblind people, to be honest. Oh yeah. We also play Game of Thrones LCG. That's a lot of fun as well. It's hard to find all the Game of Thrones in L5R, though the collector in me is not happy about it. I do own all of Game of Thrones. L5R, on the other hand, I'm missing 4 things. Have you done Netrunner? I've not played any Game of Thrones L5R. I guess the only competitive LCG that I've played is Ashes. LCG, quote LCG, that I played is Ashes. The other thing that I have done is Summoner Wars, which I don't know if you consider that an LCG-esque game or not, but Summoner Wars is freaking awesome. I'm still waiting for a Star Wars LCG. Same. Oh my gosh, I would have no money left. There would be no more money in my bank account if there's a Star Wars LCG. So I'm still holding out hope that whatever the project MJ is working on, that she's developing a Star Wars LCG. But I'm also kind of like, my rational mind is like, I feel like if they're doing a Star Wars LCG, Caleb's working on that project, because I know how big of a fan of Star Wars he is, and I would be surprised if he's not part of that team. So I'm guessing that it's not going to be a cooperative LCG for Star Wars. I'm guessing. What do you all think it is? I'm curious. So we have the knowledge that MJ's working on a new project. We have no idea what that new project is. I could see it being like an L5R cooperative game. I think that would be kind of interesting. Funny you should say that. We have played the Null Sentinel version of Netrunner. That made me buy 3 copies of the FFG core in the first cycle. Nice. There was a Star Wars LCG. I don't know how good it was, but they had one. Was it an LCG? Or was it a CCG? I think there was a CCG. I don't know if there was an LCG. It worked too well with how much there is, but it makes you wonder what era of Star Wars, if not all of them. I think that they would follow like the unlimited path, where they would have different cycles, very similar to Marvel Champions, where they would, have the Rebel cycle, the Empire cycle, and all of that. It was an LCG. Look at Mini Market, and they have some. Oh, okay, nice. That's cool. Did not know that. It's a competitive one, correct? Also, hey, yeah, Star Wars LCG would financially ruin me. The thing is, everyone would want to play as both sides, meaning FFG could do an insane amount of expansions. That's true. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was a competitive LCG. I think it was. If it was a cooperative LCG, that's what we would probably be playing right now. um, but yeah, I assume that it's going to be a cooperative game that MJ is working on. I don't know why. Maybe that's just a hopeful assumption. They have Star Wars me out. 2 Star Wars releases in a year and a half. That's more than enough for me. What's the what's the second one? They've got Unlimited coming out in March. I am excited about Unlimited. Oh, the deck building game. Gotcha. Yeah, the one that Caleb worked on. Yeah. Good call. Oh, okay. What are we doing? Set the custodian outside out of play. Shuffle the remaining of the encounter cards. You're now ready to begin. And we are playing the Return to version. And so we added the Southern Quarter. We gathered this set. We added a couple more locations that are going to be added later. Remove restricted and add unrestricted. Also a huge not into Star Wars, so maybe that's why I don't care. Probably. I am all in on Star Wars. We're rewatching Andor right now, and I love Andor. I'm also like, so we were talking about Star Wars over the New Year's with my cousins, and are you all familiar with the machete order of watching, where it's like you watch the movies in like you watch the movies in order of 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. So you get like the reveal that Vader is Anakin at the end of 5, and then you go back and watch like his prequel story of 1, 2, 3, and then you finish it with 6, which I think is a really cool way to watch. But I'm thinking that honestly, watching Andor as an introduction to the world and then into Rogue One into 4 is probably the best way to do it. That's a neat idea. Yeah, right? Like it kind of like focuses it around Anakin, who I believe is kind of the main character of the original 6 movies, right? Like he's the main character of the system of the arc. Yeah. It's weird to me because the genre is my favorite. I never really got into Star Wars. Interesting. You'd say giant lasagna. I feel like it would sell super well too. Yeah, it would. I almost surprised me they're going to for another fantasy themed game rather than switch it up for a more sci-fi fantasy. Yeah. Wait, what's the other fantasy game? I missed something. I say 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, 6. Interesting. Why would you go Rogue One before 6? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm crazy. Because Rogue One precedes 4. And then Andor does a really good job of kind of showing the Empire's oppression and like showing why there's such a need for a rebellion. Yeah, the original 6 is meant to be the rise, fall, and redemption of Anakin. Yeah. I love Star Wars. I say they keep releasing Lord of the Rings. That should be a top 3 focus. I feel like we should get another announcement here pretty soon about a release of Lord of the Rings, which would probably be Return of the King, I think is next, or is it The Sands? I think one of those two I think will be the next release, and then I think we'll also get an Arkham Horror release soon. Okay. Oh yeah, so we got Act 1A, exploring the city. Getting out of the strange city might be harder than you thought. The halls are endless and filled with all manner of complex futuristic machinery. Each copy of Yithian Observer gains aloof. After 2 clues, we can progress. Then we got Agenda 1A. Somehow, you have awoken in a futuristic city inhabited by an odd alien creatures beyond your imagining. You must explore the strange place if you are to find a way out. But your new body is difficult to get used to. Investigators cannot put item assets into play, including item weaknesses. I bought the 2 boxes for Fellowship right before they announced the. Yeah, no, Giant, I know that feel. I bought everything. Like I was buying stuff from overseas. I was buying everything I could find, and then they announced the repackaged like initiative. I was like, ah. But yeah, probably her. Yeah, for Arkham they announced Hemlock Vale. Yeah, Hemlock Vale's the new one, but I think we're gonna get Circle and Done repackaged probably in Q3 would be my guess. That'd be my gut guess. I'm glad Restream's working again. Okay, so if we had Alejandro, we could put him into play, but we don't have Alejandro. I don't actually remember if I shuffled these or not. So we'll go ahead and just shuffle these up. So all of these are just flavor text. The halls here says that it's connected to the eastern and the western corridors. We did shuffle these. I remember these now. Our body of Yithian over here is our lead investigator. It also is kind of weird because like with the like Daryl's Kodak, I don't have the ability to use like the evidence counters at all. So 2, 4, 5. We got Shed a Light, which is probably not going to be super useful in the scenario because we don't have the ability to reduce that the difficulty of the test because we don't have our ability here. Oh yeah, I didn't know you meant the repackaged stuff. That should be soon. Hopefully for Lord of the Rings they'll go Rodham, Return of the King, Hobbit. I do hope that they do Hobbit and then all the early stuff. I would be surprised if they repackage the earlier stuff. We got Manual Dexterity, which is going to be held on to. Manual Dexterity. Ruined Film gets set aside and we draw into a Perception. Oh my gosh, all of them. And then Dr. Mailson. I think what we want to do, we can't put item assets into play. And actually, this doesn't start in play because we're not actually Daryl. So this, I'm going to just redo this whole thing then. Because the setup text on Daryl puts the codec into play, not my body of Yithian. I would also be surprised, but incredibly happy. Yeah, there you go. I like that. 2, 4, 5. Always go 6. Everything else is 6. Got Empirical Hypothesis, Manual Dexterity, Newspaper, which we cannot put into play, so we'll probably mulligan that. We cannot put in Research Notes. We'll mulligan Winging It. No, we'll keep Winging It. So we got Elder Sign Amulet, which we cannot put into play, and Deduction. All right. That's tough. That's tough. The item restriction is interesting. I've only played Arkham Horror True solo until recently, and I realized it's a lot. It is so much more fun two-handed B Holland. Yeah, the True solo, there's just too much to do. There's too much to do, and it leads to a, especially with a smaller card pool, a very frustrating experience, I think. And I also really like Arkham for like the narration aspect of it, and I feel like you lose a lot of that in True Solo just because you die. We got Emergency Cash, we got Pickpocketing, we got Sneak Attack, Manual Dexterity, and Guts. Honestly, I kind of like that. None of these are item assets. I think we just keep it. I think we just keep these. The Yithian Observer. Prey, fewest cards in hand. When it attacks you, discard 1 card at random from your hand. If you cannot, deals +1 damage and +1 at horror. Giant. You also lose a lot of cool interactions, such as enemies engaging you and having to taunt. Yeah. There's that interaction, and also I feel like Arkham just thrives when you're able to specialize with an investigator. So like, this body of Yithian is super good at evading and playing off the evasion, but that doesn't lead into being able to find clues. And so you have to diversify, which I think takes away a lot of the special nature that has Arkham. My Arkham Revised Core Set and Dunwich just arrived. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Nice. Oh, you're going to have so much fun. Sweet. Okay, so after you begin your turn, you get to draw a card. We'll have Daryl go first. We're just gonna be wandering around, so let's go ahead and we get to draw a card, which is Captivating Discovery. Let's go ahead and spend 2 to play Empirical Hypothesis. So this is, at the start of each round, choose the following criteria. You fail a test by 2, you succeed at a test by 3, and then I added field research. You enter a location with 3 or more shroud. This is at the beginning of the round. We don't get to choose this turn, but what I am going to do, I'm going to, usually I do green for pass, red for fail. I'm going to do just, no, that is a token. Let's do the +1 there means that I'm going to enter a location with shroud 3 or more. Just play G.I. Joe, the deck builder, before I have to go to work. It snowed early this morning, so they pushed back what time we need to come in. Ooh, nice snow delay. Thanks for doing the buying guide. Wouldn't have a clue where to start after the car. Oh, I'm so glad that it helped. Yes, good. I'm happy that it helped. Nice. There's just not enough XP playing solo. 2 investigators upgrading is twice. That is true. Yeah. And I feel like it doesn't scale as well, right? Like you add 2 clues per investigator. But if you have someone specialized, it's going to be a lot easier to get those 4 clues versus the 2 clues if you're unspecialized. So that's 1. Ooh, my action dials. Two actions left. Then Body of a Yithian over here has 3. I'm thinking that we can't play the Elder Sign Amulet. We can't really do anything, actually. So let's move. Move to the hall over here. Hall, during your turn, choose and discard a card from your hand. Move to another copy of Halls, limit once per turn. This comes in with 1 clue and a shroud of 3. How's this forgotten time? I have a snow day. Thought I'd jump on and resubscribe. Oh, well, thank you so very much. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So we have lost our bodies. Someone might as well get that Prime money. Let's go. Yeah, the Forgotten Age is working fairly well. I think we lost our own bodies and now we're in a body of a Yithian, which is what we're doing. Which is making it kind of interesting. Yeah, so awesome. Congrats on the snow day. That's exciting. G.I. Joe deck builder has been pretty fun in my limited playtime so far. Nice. Have you tried Aeon's In? So that was my second action. As a fast action, we can discard cards to move. Another copy of Halls. Let's discard the... do we think we're ever going to not be able to... or we're ever going to be able to play Elder Sign Amulet? It's going to be at least 5 turns, so it might as well. How do you explore without a body? Oh, we're in a different body. We're an alien species now. This is us. So... the other thing that I need to think about is I think Kamani over here is actually the better investigator because we have Streetwise. So we can spend resources to get plus book and we're stuck at 2 books. Huh. Let's do... we could go deduction, but I don't think I want to use my deduction here with the 1 clue. Let's use Elder Sign Amulet to hop down to the southern. This location is connected to east and west. During your turn, choose and discard a card from your hand. Move to another copy. Okay, so it sounds like all of them are going to have this. He's a cute little guy. Yeah. We're still learning how to use our limbs and everything, but yeah. And that's... no, that was a fast action. Huh. I'm guessing that all three of these are going to have, or all four of these are going to have one clue on them, which is going to be probably the 4 clues. Now we can use Kamani to come check out one of these other interview rooms to make sure that they don't have clues. But if we only have one clue, it may be worth just tossing a deduction out there. We also have a captivating discovery, which could be a +2 because we double the skill icons on what we commit. That would put us at a 4-3, which is not what I like. We could play winging it to get -1 shroud. I'm going to just spend my last turn moving up here just to... Okay, I confirm my theory. Everything is the same. Okay. Might as well get them. We have to unlock them eventually, so we're good. Sweet. Kamani. Let's go. Let's spend 2 to play pickpocketing. After you evade an enemy, exhaust pickpocketing to draw a card or gain a resource. If you do 2 or more, you can do both. Let's use emergency cash. That's going to be our first action because pickpocketing is fast to get 3 money. Let's go here into the interview room. Okay, so we have Parlay, Shroud of 4, Victory 1. We can test Book 4 or Strength 4 to interrogate the captive mind restrained here. If you succeed, remember that you interviewed a subject. If you fail, take 2 horror. Comes with 2 clues. Interesting. That's cool. Of course, it's the ones that I don't have. I guess I could go sneak attack. But have you looked into the G.I. Joe deck builder at all? I have not. Just, I've seen you post on the Discord and everything, but other than that, I really haven't looked in too deep into it. It's from Renegade, right? Renegade is in good graces with my extended family right now because they're bringing back Hero Escape. I think also the issue that I've had is I tried the Transformer deck builder and I did not enjoy that. And so I'm thinking that I think I have an association in my mind that that is the same. This one is good. I'll have to try it out. Yeah. The one that I'm really looking for, and my local store didn't have it last time I was in, is Imperium. G.I. Joe is better than Transformer. Sweet. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Is it co-op or is it competitive? This doesn't have the that Transformer Matrix grid. Plus the rulebook felt like I was reading an encyclopedia. Like it was crazy. Oh, it's co-op. Okay, sweet. I'll go get it. I'll go try it. Would it make a good stream game? I was quite disappointed in I was too. I played Transformers at like 2 a.m. during Gen Con, and I was not having it. Hey, Nelson. No, it sounds silly, but what is better, stuff or things? Ooh. What is better, stuff or things? So when I'm thinking things, I'm thinking of like individual like pieces or trinkets. When I'm thinking of stuff, I think of just a conglomeration. But you also have stuffing with stuff. Like I associate stuff and stuffing and stuffing. Stuff and stuffing. I think I would have to go with things. I feel like things has a connotation that makes it sound like it's going to be more valuable. Stuff feels like it's not a big thing, right? I think things could be a valuable substantive thing. Let's talk about a rulebook. That doesn't seem to be one of Renegade strings. I bet G.I. Joe would stream well. It does take some mastering. Okay. And in terms of like rules or like strategy, because I feel like I'm okay being bad at a game, but I don't want to be rules bad at a game. You're definitely part of the stuff gang. Okay. Giant Lasagna, definitely part of the stuff game. They have a new alliances box in G.I. Joe where the Transformer. Really? It's an ongoing debate with the wife. Thanks for weighing in. Yeah, anytime. I really like that question. Honestly, I love that question. It's great. Okay, enemies are not going to move. We're going to reset our actions. Get some money, draw some cards. So bad thing is I think if we draw, yeah, if we draw our weakness, we lose. This Yithian Observer dies. So that's not good. I hope we don't do that. But I guess that is a good reason to have evidence counters on empirical hypothesis. So we draw empirical hypothesis over here. And over here we got a disguise. This is not a item, so we can play it. I feel like G.I. Joe doesn't take too much mastery. You have to get used to the rules, but it's all about how hot your dice are that day. Oh, it's a dice game. Interesting. Sweet. Yeah, I've been trying to set aside like Wednesday night. I used to stream Wednesday night fairly frequently. I'm trying to set aside Wednesday night to do like a different game than the big three. Just because I feel like you can do there's a lot of games out there, right? And so that could be Ashes, that could be Earthborn, that could be other games, Final Girl, G.I. Joe. I'm really looking the big three. It's a dice deck builder. What else could you? I don't know. I don't think I could. Oh, my favorite color. What is the best color of M&M? Ooh, are we talking peanut or chocolate? That's another question. Like which type of M&M? Are we just going full like all across all of the different M&M brand or species? M&M species? Top of the round, let's add a Doom. Peanut butter is superior, but in general, peanut butter is great. My favorite I've ever had is the coffee bean M&M. Yellow peanut M&Ms. Ooh, that's S tier right there, Trap It. 100% S tier. Yellow. I feel like chocolate. I feel like for some reason I'm gravitating towards green. Regular peanut, not peanut butter. Oh, peanut. Yeah. Oh, peanut is superior 100%. Yellow peanut butter. I don't know why I love the yellow ones more than the others. Oh, it's time to hydrate. I need to get Ashes to the table. I got the new core box and 2 solo expansions. Yeah. Like I have the forgotten or like the second co-op expansion and I just haven't played it yet. Alrighty. Yithian Presence. Put a Yithian Presence into play in your threat area. If there's a Yithian enemy at your location, you cannot investigate that location or trigger abilities on encounter cards. You cannot investigate that location or trigger action abilities on encounter cards, including this card. As an action, choose and discard 2 cards from your hand to discard Yithian Presence. So I think that I can trigger that elsewhere. M&M's, peanut M&M's are probably my go-to theater candy. Ooh, yeah, theater candy. I like soft chocolate for theater because I really like chocolate with the popcorn. M&M's taste the exact same. Y'all are crazy. Oh god. Yeah. Some people actually believe that colors matter. They do matter. They don't taste different, but they matter. Over here, we've got a Frozen in Fear. The first time you perform, move, fight, or evade each round. Cost 1 additional action. At the end of your turn, test Brain 3. If you succeed, discard Frozen in Fear. Nelson said it. Color matters. Okay. I feel like I'm going to come over here and use my uber-powered deduction to find that clue. I am going to say when I move into a thing of 3. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's go 1, 2. We'll trigger this reaction. I'm torn between peanut and peanut butter M&Ms. I feel like I can eat more peanut M&Ms, but I think I like peanut butter more. Like I feel like I can't eat as many peanut butter M&Ms as I want to eat just because my stomach gets mad at me. I don't think the color actually matters, but I think it's I think it. I don't think the colors actually matter, but it's what I think of when I think of those. There you go. Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. We're gonna exhaust this and add an evidence, protecting us from our obligation insta killing us. So that's nice. And then let's go ahead and investigate. We're gonna use a deduction. So this is +4. So we're 6 to 4. And we're gonna just go ahead and commit the empirical hypothesis as well. So that's 8 to 4. Do we have a perception in here? We don't. Okay. I love that shell so much. It's actually like Reese's Pieces are better than the cups. Ooh. I think the standard cups, yes. I like the Reese's Pieces a lot. I feel like the tree or like the egg Reese's. Now we're talking. We got a -3, so we are good. Get both of these clues. And we get a victory point. Let's go. And that's all 3 of my actions. Move, fighter, evade is going to take an additional. So while we're over here, we might as well just kind of interrogate. 0 bars are the best. I don't remember the last time I've ever actually had a 0 bar. I feel like I like the whatchamacallits. I like the cookies and cream Hershey's. Those are S tier. Easy. I'm trying to think. Anything with caramel. I really like caramel. Let's try and interview this guy. So we're gonna commit a sneak attack for 4. 6 to 4. 6 to 4. If I fail, I take 2 horror. Have any? We don't. Okay, 6 to 4. Haven't had a 0 bar in a hot minute. The last time I bought it, I said, "What the heck is that?" I feel like I don't know why I always think of 0 bars as like super futuristic. Caramel is the best. It has caramel. Chances are I like it. A 0. Let's go. We interviewed a subject. Then that's our first action. Then we're gonna move over here for 2. I'm gonna test brain 3. We're gonna commit a guts to that, so that's gonna be 4, 5, 6 to 3. Are we fan of Rolos? What is the thought on Rolo? A 0 again. We talk about 0 bars. He pulls a 0. Coincidence? I think not. Keep going. Keep doing it. Keep doing it, guys. Y'all, keep going. If it's working, I'm here for it. Okay. Enemies don't do anything. So it is time to reset. Unexhaust everything. I feel like the upgrade of being able to add in evidence whenever I move into a Shrouder 3 or more was amazing. Love Rolos. They kill your teeth, so I can't eat. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I got, for Christmas, I got the white chocolate Reese's trees. Like the Christmas trees. Those are so very delicious. I ate too many Rolos and Milk Duds as a kid. Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of Milk Duds. I'll say it. I don't like Milk Duds. Research notes. Another card we cannot play. And watch this. I love watch this. Have to get ready for work. If you're still on when I get there, I'll be back. Alrighty, see you soon. My favorite are the Reese's or the eggs at Easter's. Yeah. Yeah. The white chocolate trees are crazy good. Oh, I know. I know. My body hurts because of how good they are. Alright, we got 1 here. We got another Yithian presence, which is completely fine because we don't need to investigate that anymore. Okay. Then over here, we got a locked door. We have to test fist or feet to pick the locks. If you succeed, discard locked door. Attached to the location with the most clues without a locked door attached. We're going to throw that down here. Okay. We're going to move here for 1. We're going to exhaust to get another token. We can use these tokens to draw cards, but I really want to protect against that ruined film. Yeah, Daryl not starting with his Kodak is pretty rough with that weakness in there. Let's come down here. Force, after you enter this location, test brain 3, take 1 horror for each point you fail by. Sweet. Love that. Oh, hey, it's a 1 shroud. So I could play winging it, and if I had the shredded light, it would have actually worked. Okay, so we're testing brain 3. I have nothing to modify, so we're just going to go straight to... Oh, this is going to be bad. Skull. -1 or -3 if you have 5 or more cards. Okay, so -1. So we take 2 horror. Oh, you're playing the most controversial scenario of the campaign. Many people hate it while others love it. Interesting. Hey, how's it going, Lucas? Pull another 0. Yeah, it would have been great. So far, I don't hate it, but I also am really early in it. I feel like some investigators are significantly more hindered than others with the swap of the investigator card. That's kind of what I'm seeing so far. This comes in with 2 clues. We've used 2. I need some sanity buffer. I need a sanity soak. Where did Dr. Mailson go? I thought I had him. Oh, I had to reshuffle, yeah. We'll go research notes. We'll commit research notes to an investigation here. So we're going to go 4 to 1. And lose your unique cards too. Only your unique items. And luckily I didn't have any. Cultist. -2. If you fail, we're good. So we get 1 here. It's a weird one, right? Like I feel like I'm heavily reliant on skills. I can't play any items. That's the other thing. Like, right, I feel like items, you can build a deck that revolves around items, and then you just don't get to play your deck in this scenario. But it does, like, if you know it's coming, you can kind of build for it. And I have no idea how long this is going to happen because this is my first playthrough of this campaign. So if it happens for like 3 more, or like the next couple, like I could see that being a little bit of an issue. But then on my next playthrough, I just play with that in mind. So I feel like this is probably not a good first play. But after you play and you're replaying the scenario, I feel like it could be a fun one to kind of build with this in mind. Yeah, my last time playing this campaign, I played with a skill-based investigator and went so much better. I bet. That's awesome. Nice. So if we get this clue, we have enough to progress. Once we get the clue in the interview room over here. I don't have anything to commit to it. I guess I could spend 3. Or spend 2 to get +3, which will put me at a 5 to 3. The other thing I could do is I could commit watch this, which gives me 0, but I could also... Actually, I don't know if I can commit to a test that does not share the icon of the test that I'm trying. I actually have no idea on that. Let's just start building a little bit. We're going to spend 3 to play Disguise. Comes in with 4. We can evade. We get +2 to the evade. I'm going to draw into a sneak attack. Do we just want to... I feel like there's no need to investigate the northern corridor. I feel like it would be the same as the south, east, and west. We could just go for the halls. We could draw another card. I don't... I don't know if I want to use my money right now to investigate that when Daryl can do it really easily. Or maybe not really easily. Maybe not really easily. But I should have used Winging It, and then I could have discovered 2 clues by playing this from my discard pile. Hey, how's it going? Black Cats, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Okay, we only need 1 more clue. Why did I think we needed 5? We only need 1 more clue. We have 3. So this is going to be our last clue. So we're just going to get a money. Money makes me happy. Alrighty. Enemy phase, nothing's happening. So we're going to go into the refresh phase. 3. Underprepared. Each of the skill tests is considered to have 1 fewer skill icons. That is tough for this scenario because it's effectively -2. Very well. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Happy Friday. We can only play this if it's the only card in our hand and the only resource that we have. We only have 1 resource. I don't think I got resource. That's a tough... I don't know how to play that. Hey, we got a Switchblade, which we cannot play. Yeah, I feel like that weakness is so difficult to play around. Especially for me, who's not, like, an expert at the game. Because it's like, how do I need, like... When I pull this, what I probably should have gone is invested in a resource sink, similar to, like, Streetwise, that's permanent. And so I can... discard all my resources basically for a benefit. Oh shoot, I can... Okay, so we got that. Top of the round, we're going to add a Doom. We got a Scholar from Yith. Each copy of Yithian Observer gains a Luth, so this one does not gain a Luth. Pray most card in hand. When Scholar of Yith attacks you, discard 2 random cards from your hand. If he's ready and engaged with you, we can parlay to test Book 3 to attempt to pass as a member of the creature's race. If you succeed, draw 1 card and evade Scholar of Yith. If you fail, Scholar of Yith attacks you. And this is dealing mental damage, which is not the type of damage we want to be taking at all. Over here. Put this in. You cannot play assets or events. At the end of the round, discard Dissonant Voices. Okay. We have to get rid of this guy. So we can test Book 3, which we cannot modify because of this underprepared. So I'm wondering if we come down with Kamani, engage, and then evade. It's not an elite, so it would not ready if we use a disguise. I think we're going to do that. So We cannot play assets or events, so we're good. So let's go ahead and use Kamani to hop down. We're going to spend our second action to engage here. Then we're going to evade using a disguise. So we are at 4 to 2. Let's go ahead and play Watch This and commit 3 resources. So that's 6 to 2. Six to 2. I'm going to commit manual dex. No, I'm protecting against 1 card. I'm fine. 6 to 2. Skull is a -1. So we are 5 to 2. We double our resources. We're going to exhaust pickpocketing to draw a card and gain a resource. We got Lone Wolf. And this guy is exhausted and will not ready. This is a big board. Will not ready this turn. That was my last action. Boom. I love Watch This. I mean, now we're at 9 resources and we're feeling pretty good. Okay. Now it is this body of Yithian's turn. Let's go ahead and spend 1 to play Winging It. So investigator gets location gets -1 shroud for the investigation. So we're going to test 2 to 0. -2. So we succeed. We get this clue. That's our first action. Second action, we're going to spend 1 to play Captivating Discovery. Search the top 6 cards of your deck. I can place up to 3 clues. For each clue, I get 2. So I got the Pocket Multi-Tool, which we cannot play. We got a Captivating Discovery, Deduction, Perception, Newspaper we cannot play, Dr. Mailson we can. Okay, we're going to place 2 of our clues here and take these 4 cards into our hand. I can advance the act, yeah. I was thinking about doing that next turn. Yeah. Because I wanted to use my clues to get more cards. And so, but now Winging It is in the discard pile, so I should be able to get both those clues really easily now. So, there we go. That puts me at 2, 4, 6 cards. And we are going to... I was going to grab those clues, but I think, okay, do I play Dr. Mailson or do I grab these clues? I think I get Dr. Mailson. I'm going to spend 1 to play the good doc. Just as a soak. Really? And then next turn we can play Winging It from our discard pile, grab these 2, and then advance the act. I think that's kind of my path forward. Alrighty. No enemies that do anything. We're going to unexhaust. Now this guy is normally exhaust. We actually didn't get to use that, which is sad. Dissonant Voices gets discarded. Reset actions. I do feel like the more I play Arkham, the more I like Arkham. Which is good. We got a Daryl's Kodak. We cannot play that. We've got a Dirty Fighting. We can play that. Cool. Top of the round, we're going to place our 4th Doom. Daryl has got a Crypt Chill. Test Brain 4. If you fail, choose and discard 1 asset you control. If you cannot, take 2 damage instead. We have no way to modify that. Do we have a modification over here? We have no modifications. Ugh, gross. So So we're testing 2 to 4. Come on, star. -5. That's actually really tough. So now we have to keep Dr. Maelson out, because if we don't, yeah, there's no card in our deck other than allies that can protect us from drawing our drop a clue and cancel. Oh, yes, thank you. Yes. Choose one of the 2 to resolve. Put cruel interrogations into play in your threat area. If investigator has interviewed a subject, take 1 horror and it gains surge. You cannot take draw actions. Test brain 2. If you succeed, discard cruel interrogations. I think I have to take this. So this is going to go here. This is going to surge. I take a horror. Surges into peril. You must either choose one. Draw 2 cards and place 2 doom on the current agenda, or take 2 horror. I think I have to place 2 doom, because I can't take horror. So this is going to cause this event to advance. I draw into a newspaper and a unexpected courage. As you traverse these strange halls, you come across a chamber you haven't noticed before. It is filled with trinkets and items of all kinds from various civilizations. Many of them match the descriptions you have given to the city's inhabitants. Descriptions of the equipments you had on your person when you first encountered the creatures. Have they somehow replicated the objects you had with you? You take what you can find and continue exploring. Each investigator searches the top 9 cards of their deck for up to 2 item assets and draws them. Shuffle each search deck. Investigators are now able to put item assets into play. That's nice. Shuffle the encounter deck. Discard pile into the encounter deck. If the custodian is in play and is not controlled by investigator, move it to the location with the most clues on it. Okay, so we search the top 9 for item 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we get to draw. I think we're going to take pocket multi-tool and hiking boots. Each investigator's maximum hand size is reduced by 2 for lost memories. Okay, well, that's good to know. That threats out at 7. At 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. Okay. So we did get 2. And it's also good to know that you can play items after 5 turns. Or potentially less. Okay. That was here. Put cruel interrogations. We take a horror, and it searches again. Scientists of Yith spawn at the laboratory of the great race. I don't... If it does not have a spawn location, does it just get discarded? I think so. Okay, so we're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Our maximum hand size is 6. We're going to spend 2 to play Daryl's Kodak. Yes. Okay, sweet. That's good. These cruel interrogations don't seem to be a huge deal because I don't think I want to be taking draw actions anytime soon. So there's that. Okay. First action was playing Daryl's Kodak. We can go deduction. We can get these clues in advance if we want to. We can play hiking boots. Oh yeah, we're gonna play hiking boots. So I get +1 feet. After the last clue is discovered from a location, we can exhaust hiking boots to move to a connecting location with at least 1 clue or a connecting unrevealed location. Okay. Then for our third action, we're going to investigate here. We're going to deduction. So we're testing to a 1. We have a 2. This counts as 2 more because we ignore one of the icons. So that's 4. If we succeed by 2 or more, we get good stuff. And so I'm going to also commit perception, which is going to be 2, 4, 6 to 1. If we hit this, we get to draw a card, we get the clues, and we get to move out, which will give us an evidence counter. Cultist is a -2. So that puts us at a 4 to 1. We succeed by 2, so we discover 2 additional clues. 1, 2, 3. We get to draw a card from perception. Ruined film. Yikes. So remove 4 evidence. We got 1, 2. We're at 5 here. So we have to go 1 and then kill Dr. Mailson. So we have 1 sanity left over here. We will exhaust hiking boots and move here, which will give us another. Ah. Ow. I need sanity healing. Now we got 2, 4, 6. So we are down to our hand limit now, which is nice. But we will not be because we'll draw a card. That'll be fine. Oh. That's not good. Okay. Over here. This thing doesn't hunt or anything. Let's go 1 to play a Switchblade. That is fast. Let's spend 2 to play an Elder Sign Amulet. Give us some sanity buffer there. Three to hop here. Or 2 to hop here, I'm sorry. I feel like I probably could feel okay playing Dirty Fighting, even though I don't have like the ability. 1 sanity left. Spooky. Yeah, it's not great. Not great. And I threw all my sanity soaks in the discard pile. Like the Elder Sign Amulet is down there. I guess like I have another doctor coming. Or I have 2 docs coming. Ugh. 1 action left. We'll go 3 for a Dirty Fighting. Just in case. That puts us at 4, so we're good. Okay. Enemies, no one's doing anything. So let's unexhaust. Oh, we also have another victory point, so that's nice. Okay. Reset actions. Get a money. I'm going to draw into a pocket multi-tool and a emergency cash over here. We also need a money. Okay, let's add a doom. Test Brain 0. Regardless of whether the skill test succeeds or fails, choose and discard all but X cards from your hand, where X is the modified skill value for the test. Oh, interesting. Also, that art is sick. Okay, so test Brain 0. Regardless of whether the skill succeeds or fails, choose and discard all but X cards from your hand, where X is your modified skill value for the test. So, like, I have 2 right now. If I commit Unexpected Courage, that's +2. So that'd be 4. So I'd have to discard all but 4 cards from my hand. If I go just 2... Do I have a newspaper? I have a newspaper coming. So, like, my other thought here is that I just bite the bullet and discard all but 2, which would probably leave me with Unexpected Courage and Underprepared. Then I can play Underprepared. I think we're going to do that. So we're going to test double the skill icons, but the Underprepared says that each skill icon is reduced by 1. And so, like, the 2 is now a 1, which is now 2 because of Underprepared in my hand. So it's like, it's annoying. So I think I really want to get rid of Underprepared just because of how detrimental it is in this scenario. And so we're just going to test 2 to 0. No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. Totally fine. -1. So we do pass. And we have to discard all but 2 cards, which is going to be Underprepared. Because I don't think I can discard Underprepared as one of the cards I discard. Right? If so, then that changes things. But I don't think I can discard... I think the only way you can discard a weakness is if you randomly discard the weakness. No? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, thank you. Alrighty. Over here. Test Brain 3. For each punch you fail by take 1 horror. I'm really glad that this buddy of Yithian drew that. Okay, so we're testing 2 to 3. 0. Hey, 1 horror. I'll take that. Okay. Hey, how do you get those beautiful pieces like the arrows and stuff? So the arrows are from Buy the Same Token. Also, welcome. The arrows are from Buy the Same Token. And then all of the pieces are from Luxury Playstyle, which, full disclosure, they did send me these to review and take a look at. So these are incredibly nice. These are like really, really, really nice. The Buy the Same Token stuff is, I don't know what kind of plastic it is, but it's some sort of um, acrylic, I think maybe. But yeah, so these are from Buy the Same Token. Ah. Okay, so first action, we are going to investigate. We're going to investigate here. We're committing unexpected courage, so 4 to 3. -5, no good. We're gonna spend 1 to play underprepared. Get rid of that. And then we are going to move up here. Yeah. Okay, so that's the same. But that gives us a counter here. Which I guess doesn't really do anything for us anymore. Yeah, anytime. Anytime. We're gonna spin these and move on. Because I feel like if we don't, we're gonna run out of time. Because the games are always shorter than I want them to be. You explore the area near your interview chamber for some time, learning more of the city and its dwellers. It's a place of knowledge and research inhabited by beings who call themselves the great race of Yith. For the most part, the Yithians allow you to explore the city without troubling you, though some of them seem to follow you about and observe you with keen interest. As you pass through one of the city's meandering halls, you find a panel attached to the wall. It is a technological device you cannot hope to understand. As you stand in front of it, dumbfounded, one of your observers approaches you cautiously. It extends one of its claw appendages and manipulates the panel in a convoluted manner. To your surprise, the wall in front of you slides open to reveal another series of halls. The creature steps inside to let you pass. Put each set-aside location into play. Choose one of the locations at random. Put the set-aside custodian asset into play. Each copy of Yithian Observer is no longer aloof. This is a huge board. Holy cow. Okay. So we're adding 7 locations to the board. I don't know how to do that. I actually don't know how to do that. These are all connected to just random things. Okay, so the Great Library is here. This is going to get real messy real quick, so I apologize. The vaults are connected to the plus. Okay, I'm going to slide everything up a little bit. Oh, bummer. That's locked. So the vault is connected there. The observatory is here. I'm going to not use these because this is getting busy. Okay, where's blue? Oh, laboratory is here. Laboratory is connected to line, half circle. Dang it. Went too high. You can cover Kamani's poison weakness. Oh, it doesn't? Oh, interesting. That's cool. That's good to know. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of these, and we're gonna have to condense significantly. The observatory is connected here. Deconstruction room. Oh, geez. Gonna be there. And the towers. It's connected there. Wow. Okay. Objective. If 3 of the following are true, you must advance. We found the process, dissected an organ, interviewed a subject, realized what year it is, activated the device, controls the custodian, read about Earth, saw a familiar specimen. Okay, so we have one of those. And then we have to find the custodian. Where did I put the custodian? Did I not set it aside? That's... Yeah, I never set it aside. Okay, so we're putting this into play. Choose one of the locations at random. Put the set aside. So Great Library, Laboratory, the Great Race, Yithian. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We roll a 6. So that's going to be at the tower. And this says, when the investigation phase begins, if you control the custodian, each investigator at its location draws a card. If the custodian is not controlled by a player, we can parlay test book 3 to converse with the library and custodian. If you succeed, something about its mannerism seems familiar to you. Place one of your clues on it. Then if there are 1 clue per investigators, we take control of the custodian. Wow. Okay, well, this got intense all of a sudden. Alrighty. So it is Kamani's turn. I'm thinking that we have... Oh, we're going to exhaust Daryl's Kodak to put this here. That's not an enemy. Just kidding. That's an ally. Just kidding. So I assume that the other actions are on the unrevealed cards. We have one of them because we already interrogated somebody. So I think what we want to do is probably take control of him there, which is 2 away. So we can come down here, investigate. If we get that clue, then we can move up with our hiking boots. Now we don't have any cards with Daryl, which is, I guess we could use our evidence counters here to draw cards because the evidence counters aren't doing anything. So we'll do that probably next turn, which means that Kamani is... What is Kamani going to be doing? I feel like I don't want to go through the locked door. We can come up here into the Yithian Observatory. And let's try that. So Kamani is going to spend 1 to play the Lone Wolf. When your turn begins, if there are no other investigators at your location, gain 1 resource. We're going to go 2. We're going to jump up to the lab. We're not going to play this. We're going to jump up to the laboratory for our second action. If there are no clues on the laboratory, we can test feat 3 to manipulate the controls of the technological device nearby. If you succeed, remember that you activated the device. If you fail, place 1 clue on the laboratory of Great Race from the token pool. Okay, so that actually may be what we go for. That's going to have 2 clues on it. So I feel like we could probably get those fairly easy with the Shroud of 2. And then we're going to spend 1 to play Lone Wolf now. So that's our third action. Okay, this got intense. I don't think any of the monsters have Hunter, so we're good. So we'll go into cleanup. Reset actions. Draw a card. Agent Fitcher. Alert Hunter. Prey while he's evading. So does he not prey the body of a Yithian? I think he doesn't. So he's just floating, right? He's just here and doesn't do anything. Yeah, this scenario really messes with some investigators more than others. Like, it helps Kamani because there is no Kamani, because it prays Kamani only. There's no Kamani. Whereas this one, you don't have the tokens, and like a top deck of a ruined film can kill you with the trauma that I had. Huh. Interesting. We got Dr. Christopher. Ooh, I like that. Too bad we don't have any money. Okay. Top of the round. Add one here. Lead investigator. Keeper of the Great Library. Spawn at the Great Library. Alert aloof. If investigators have found the process or realize what year it is, it loses aloof and gains hunter. Then over here, we got cruel interrogations. Okay, so we get another one. Just going to stack that. So we take one horror, and it surges. Into Captive Mind, regardless of whether the skill test succeeds or fails, choose and discard all but X cards, where X is the modified skill value of the test. We're going to have to discard 2 cards. That's sad. So I have no way to modify it. -4. So we lose. The modified skill test is... We have to keep Thieves' Skip and Manual Dexterity. So we'll toss these 2 cards. Okay. Kamani. We'll start here. We're going to Lone Wolf to get a resource. We are going to spend 3 of these resources to play Thieves' Kit. It's my 2 hand slots. Comes in with 6 supplies. We can investigate using our feet instead of our book. And if we succeed, we get 1 resource. So that's my first action. We are going to investigate. We're going to use Thieves' Kit, so we're going to use our feet instead. So we're testing at 2 to 2. We're going to spend 2 resources to get +3. So we're testing 5 to 2. -2. We succeed, so we get 1 of these. And we get a resource. That was our second action. Our last action here is going to be to do the same thing. So 5 to 2. Oh, auto fail. Hey, auto fail token. That's the first time we've pulled the auto fail in almost 2 full scenarios. So it's worth it. It was time. It was time to pull it. That's it. Okay, for Daryl. Oh, I should have used Daryl's Kodak. Daryl, we're going to move here for 1. We're going to spend these 2 evidence counters to draw 2 cards. We've got a Perception and a Bizarre Diagnosis. Oh, that's actually really great. We're We're going to perception to test here. So we're at 2, 4, 6 to 3. If we succeed, we get to draw a card. Hey! +2 and draw a card. Nihilism. After you reveal, cancel, or ignore a autofill token, discard or take 1 damage and 1 horror. 2 actions to discard. Okay, so we drew the card, we get the token. Then once we're gonna exhaust hiking boots. That was our second action to move up here. So this has 2 victory points on it. Discard any number of cards from your hand. Shuffle your discard pile into your deck and draw cards equal to 1 more of the number of cards you discarded. Limit once per turn. That is so dangerous. Like getting my weaknesses back in there? No, thank you. This comes in with 4 clues, and it has 2 clues per investigator. If the custodian is not controlled by a player, we can test book 3 to converse with the library custodian. Book 3. We have 1 action left. We did move into a 3 here. We moved up here. I think we've passed all of our deductions. I feel like there is a chance that we could get to where we're safe in taking that action. If we get, I feel like we may actually want to take that action, but we have to get empirical hypothesis triggered. We have to have 4 on empirical hypothesis. Yeah, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Let's parlay up here for our last action. I'm gonna parlay. We're gonna commit bizarre diagnosis, so that's 4, 5, 6 to 3. 6 to 3. Have you played this? I have not. I have not played this scenario. I'm playing through this completely blind. -4. Dang. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Cool. Okay. Whew. Okay. So no enemies are doing anything. So we will reset. I'm really scared about taking a horror here, but I don't know what to do about that. We got a shed of light. And we've got a disguise. At the top of the round, I'm thinking about changing my empirical hypothesis. I'm going to keep empirical hypothesis as moving into a +3. Okay. Go Doom here. Daryl, test brain 3. For each point you fail by, take 1 horror. Uh-oh. So we need a +1, or we need a come on, no whammies. +1 or a Elder Sign. Tablet. Okay, so we're dead over here. There is no way for us to resign, so Kamani. Test Brain 5. For each point you fail by, remove the top card of your deck from the game. If there are fewer than 10 total cards in your hand, deck, and discard pile, you're driven insane. Well then, that's kind of something. Alrighty. So we're testing 2 to 5. We need a lot of brain for this scenario. -2, so we remove the top 10 cards of our deck from the game. 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait, remove the top. For each point you fail by, remove the top. So we remove the top 5. 2, 4, 5. Mauser, Ichitaka, both are my Leos, and pickpocketing. Ugh. So that's from the game, and we have 10 cards left, at least. Okay, so we're dead here. I think we still go for it. I mean, like, there's no reason, like, we have to. So, Kamani will exhaust Lone Wolf, get a resource. We're going to Thieves Kit. Spend 2. I forgot how insane Arkham board state gets mid-late game. Yeah, right? Both Leos. Oh, yeah, both Leos gone. Yeah, that's tough. That's really tough. Yeah, the board state for Arkham gets crazy. Okay, so we're testing what we said 2, 5 to 2. Hey, +2 and we get to draw a card, which is Grappling Hook. Interesting. Okay. We're going to go ahead and spin the 2 clues. All right. If there are no clues, we can test feat 3 to manipulate the controls. If you succeed, remember that you activated the device. If you fail, place 1 clues on a laboratory. Okay. So we're going to test feat 3. We're going to play manual dexterity. So we're at 2, 4, 6 to 3. We also need a money. And we're going to go ahead and commit disguise to this as well. So that takes us up to 8 to 3. 0. We are good. So we activated the device. So the first one was investigating. We tested here. I feel like the Yithian Observatory found the process. We've activated the device, which I think this is bad, right? Oh no, we're fine there. The custodian is not controlled by a player. Parlay one of your clues. We could try and come over here to parlay with the investigator. Nope, that's not what we need. That is an option. Or we could come up over here to the Yithian Observatory. What do we think that would be? Read about the Earth, maybe? And I think we have to just be risky at this point. We could go 1. We could do that in a couple of turns. We're going to be risky. We're going to move over here. If there are no clues on Yithian Orrery, you realize what year it is. When you are at the Orrery, increase your maximum hand size by 2. Victory 1. Comes in with 2 clues. And 4 Shroud. That's tough. 4 Shroud is not great for us. Okay. Enemies don't do... Oh, wait, we're here. Enemies don't do anything. So we'll reset. We'll get a money. Draw a card into... You handle this one. On exhaust. Again, we're dead over here. Place a doom. Test Brain 5. Okay, so we're doing the same thing. Brain 5. Okay, so we're going to go 2 to 5. And potentially be driven insane soon. 0. So we discard the top 3 cards of our deck from the game. Savant, and Trenchcoat. I was really hoping for a Trenchcoat. Because I want that +1 feat, which is going to help my investigate for the Thieves Kit. Okay. Lone Wolf. So we get a money. Let's investigate using a Thieves Kit. So we're using our feet instead. We're going to commit Grappling Hook. So this is going to be 2, 4, 6 to 4. We're going to spin 2 to get +3. So that's 9 to 4. 9 to 4. -5. We did it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we got 1 there. And we get a resource. That's my first action. Second action. We could investigate again. If we investigate again, we are looking at spinning 2 for 3, 5, 7 to 4, which is +3. I like those odds. I feel like we have to play risky mode. Let's do it. Thieves Kit. You handle this one for 2. 2 money here. For +3, that's 7. 7 to 4. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. 7 to 4, come on. -3, we are good. There's the money. All right, there's that. We get a money. Our last action, we'll take a money. Okay. End of player phase. Enemies are going to do their thing, which is nothing. Woohoo! That was intense. Yeah, that was something. That was something, definitely. Okay. Reset actions. Oh wait. Oh, and no, we haven't immediately advanced because we have to take 2 actions to do that. Draw a card, which is the Lucky Cigarette Case. Get a money. Top of the round, we're going to place a Doom. So that's at 5 out of 7. We cannot play assets or events. So at the end of the round, we discard this. Okay. We do get a victory point, though. I feel like you can farm this scenario for so many VPs. Like, crazy amount. Yeah. We're going to spend 2 to do our third action here, which is going to progress. The truth is hard to accept. Your body was never brought to this place. Your mind has been transferred into the body of one of these creatures somewhere in another place in another time. One of the reviled creatures dwells in your body. Ooh, you no longer have to perform any of the following tasks. However, the more you perform, by the time the scenario ends, the easier the transition to your human body will be, and the less likely the process is to fail or backfire. Be careful. Put this act into play with the face up as a reminder. Investigator found the process, dissected an organ, yada, yada, yada. Reposition. You have gathered the knowledge necessary to repossess your body, but before you can initiate the process, you must expand your mind. Each Yithian observer gains Hunter. We can spend a clue to draw 2 cards instead of 1. Oh, to draw, but I can't take that action. If your hand size exceeds your maximum hand size, draw 1 additional cards. Each surviving investigator has 10 or more cards in their hand. Immediately advance. Beware. Remember to complete as many tasks listed on. I feel like with all those, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. We've completed 3 of these. My guess is that the campaign may be coming to an end. I have to test Brain 2 here. I have to get rid of these. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8. And our hand size is 6. So this is 2, 4. Okay, so next, well, nope, we have to. Okay, let's commit Lucky Cigarette Case and test Brain 2. So we're at 4. I don't. We'll see. We'll see. -4. We don't get rid of that. Okay. Cruel Interrogations is tough. Okay. We got Hunter now, so we're gonna hunt here. I think that's our only observer. We'll reset. We'll get money. We'll draw into Watch This. Place a Doom. That's gone. Okay, so we're at 6 out of 7. Scientists of Yith spawn at the laboratory of the Great Race. Aloof. If it's activated the device, it loses Aloof and gains Hunter. So this guy is going to start hunting me. I'm afraid. I'm scared. The problem here is that I don't know if we have, with one investigator, we're kind of stuck up here. Now we can evade and get away and do all of that kind of stuff. But can we do one more thing? We're probably not getting through the locked doors here in time. We actually have a decent amount of time. And if I'm guessing because of all the warnings. True solo with all the enemies, stressful situation. Yeah. I think with all of the warnings here about make sure that you don't, or that you do as many of these as possible. My guess is that there's going to be a severe negative impact if we do not do more, which probably means that it's going to be the end of the campaign. So if we get driven insane, that is the same end. And again, I'm playing through this blind, so I could be completely off. So I feel like we just have to go for it. We do have to get rid of cruel interrogations at some point, though. Okay, so this is still 2 away from us. So I feel like I need to... If I move, that thing's going to engage. If I evade with Disguise... Let's do that. Okay. Woo! I only play True Solo, and yes, it's rough, but you draw less from the encounter deck. That's true. That is true. We're getting less from the encounter deck, but... Scary, scary, scary stuff. Let's move here. This will engage us. We're going to Disguise and evade here. Oh, also Lone Wolf gets us some money. Okay, so we are testing feet to 1. We're at 2, 4 to 1. If we succeed, they do not ready. We're going to commit a Watch This and commit 3 money to it. So we're at 2, 4, 6 to 1. So 6 to 1. If we succeed, we get money, which is going to help us with something, I think. -4, we succeed. So we get 3 money. This guy is exhausted and will not ready during the next upkeep phase. Oops. We pickpocketing. After you evade an enemy, exhaust pickpocketing, draw a card. If you succeed by 2 or more, we're at 6. We drew a -4, so we didn't succeed. We can get a resource to draw a card. We're going to draw a card. We need cards. Manual dexterity. Okay. 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 That was 1 evade for 2. So we got 1 action left. We could engage the scientist and take him out next time with like Dirty Fighting Switchblade, right? We would be at 2, 4, 6 to 4. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I think we're just gonna leave the scientist. We're gonna test Cruel Intentions. I mean, we're gonna. There are 2 tokens in here that have us pass the Cruel Interrogations test. We're gonna draw a card. I think we just have to. No, we can't draw a card because we can't take draw actions. We're in a sticky spot. This is bad. This is real bad. Okay, let's go for it. We're gonna test Brain 2. Oh, we are testing Brain 2. Okay, for some reason I thought it was 3. Okay, so move. Why do I want to move? If I move, this guy attacks me, which isn't the end of the world, I guess. You have to discard 1 random card from your hand. If you cannot, he deals +1/+1. So if I take that attack, I discard Manual Dexterity, which is not the end of the world. We soak and place 1 here. Because the only thing that... Oh, wait. This is also connected to here. Oh, sweet. Okay, this is connected. Yeah, we're going to move over here. Okay, test Fist 4 to attempt to retrieve a valuable organ from one of the alien cadavers. +1 difficulty for each clue on deconstruction room. If you succeed, remember that you dissected an organ. Victory 1, 2 clues. Awesome. Fast action on the location. Oh, down here. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I missed that those were connected. Okay, so we got 2 there. Okay. Sweet. But that's not connected to anything. The board is so full. Yeah, the board is... Oh my gosh. And the board is like off screen. So I keep trying to pull it down. I'm up here. The board is very, very chaotic right now. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this here, and this here. Because those are the ones that we've done. The test Fist 4? That's ridiculous. I don't think I could ever hit that. Well, I guess I have Unexpected Courages. If I lost my Unexpected Courages. I have this of... Well, these are out of the game. Okay, so Yithian is going to hunt here. Nope, we're good. Okay, and then... Okay. So we will reset actions. Unexhaust. Gain a money. Draw a card. Unexpected courage. Okay. 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 Well, cool. It's so stressful. Top of the round, we're gonna add one and progress. Shuffle encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If the custodian is in play, not controlled by an investigator, move it to the location with the most clues on it. Okay, so it's there. Or is Arkham the game where if it says move, you have to move it, even though it's currently at what it would be considered the most? Check your supplies. If the investigator has a pendant, that investigator reads the following. I don't think I have a pendant. Provisions, mat, blanket. Nope. Okay. How long? Oh my gosh. How long has it been? Days, weeks, years? Each investigator's maximum hand size is reduced by 4. Yikes. Okay, so if we have that, we're going to draw into a locked door. So this is going to be locked. I usually just keep it at but right now I'm not sure what the rules can be wonky. Yeah, because I think it... What game am I thinking about where it's... I'm thinking about the Goblin Glider from Venom Goblin. It always moves, even if it's currently at the one with the most threat. That's what I'm associating this with. Okay. So our maximum hand size right now is 4, which means that we would get more stuff here if we draw cards, which is cool. Start of our turn, let's get a resource. We have a Thieves Kit. We could draw into a Thieves Kit, I think. We get another Thieves Kit, we're feeling pretty decent. Okay, so right now it's a Fist 6 test. We have Fist 2, 4, 6. Not good enough for me. We have to get rid of the cruel interrogations. Ooh. I think we go Thieves Kit here and try and investigate. Yeah. Thieves Kit to investigate. Using our feet. So we're testing 2 to 3. We're going to commit a manual dexterity for 4. So that's 6 to 3. We're going to spend 2 resources to get plus 3, 9 to 3. Nine to 3 minus 1. So we get a clue. We get to draw a card into Guts. I don't think Guts really helps. Oh, Guts helps us a lot with Cruel Intentions, actually. Sweet. When the Yithian Observer attacks us, we discard a random card. So we have to make our test before the Yithian Observer attacks us. Because we have to have the Unexpected Courage if we have any chance of succeeding. We still can spend money to increase our book. So we get a resource. Let's commit guts. Let's go for cruel interrogations. So test brain 2. If you succeed, we discard cruel interrogations. We are at 2. We add 4, so we're at a +4 right now. Come on, come on. Skull is a -1, so we get rid of one of these cruel. And then guts draws us a card into a trench coat. The other thing that we can think about is we can use unexpected courage to test cruel interrogations. If we do that, then we can start using our draw action and we can get out of here. Because like these Yithians are coming in and that's very scary. Let me find, do we have any guts? Or is that last card in our deck a guts? Because that also, the last card in our deck is a guts, I think. I'm going to just double check. Yep. Oh no, it's an unexpected courage. Maybe am I only running one guts? Let's not die. I think that's probably the right call. I think I'm only running one guts. Weird. Alright. For our last action, we're going to test unexpected courage on cruel interrogations. So 6-2 again. 6-2 again. Beautiful. So +2 unexpected courage, and this decks out, so we are going to take a horror. And that was our last actions. Cruel interrogations is gone. Now we can take draw actions, which is, I think, really important. Okay. Enemy phase. We're going to hunt up here. Refresh phase. Those guys reset, actually. Draw into a sneak attack. Get a resource. Top of the round. Doom. Scientists of Yith spawn at the laboratory of the Great Race. If they have activated the device, it gains aloof, or it loses aloof and gains hunter. Yeah, so I mean, like, all three of those are going to attack us this turn. Do I actually have enough? I think so. So I can take 3 actions of draw actions to spend 3 clues, and each one of these is going to draw 3 cards, which is going to put us over 10. Because once we draw, we're going to be over our maximum hand size, and we get to draw 3 cards. Yeah, I think we die, so we'll just spend 1. We draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Sweet. Spend 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3, 6, 9. We'll spend 1. Okay, so we're good. 2. We didn't even hit a weakness. I guess one of our weaknesses out there. And then we progress. We're in trouble. I think we're in a lot of trouble. But we would have died. So the machine whirs with intense vibration. It has taken many hours to construct, and you have to build it in secret using the knowledge you have gathered from the various areas within the city. It is a strange device of rods, wheels, and glass about the size of a small filing cabinet. A circular mirror in the center sends your alien reflection staring back at you. You activate the device, you feel a tugging on your psyche, stretching your consciousness across the aether of space and time. The memories come flooding back. R1. Not to die now. Maybe to die later. Who knows? Resolution 1. You awaken on the cold surface of the cavern floor, your mind dizzy from his journey through time and space. Check the number of tasks on 2B that were completed. If 3 tasks were completed, the process backfired spectacularly. Oh, bummer. Hey, hydrate. Thank you. Cheers. Process backfired. Bummer. We earn 3 XP. And we are going to proceed to the interlude. Let's see what happens. In order, read each of the following sections, then proceed. Process backfired. Nope. If all the following are true, the lead investigator reads a mind recovered. There are two or fewer. One. There is 2 or fewer. The investigators rescued Alejandro. I think we actually did. I think he like left, but I think we did rescue Alejandro. Nope, we did not help Alejandro. Okay. The narrow steps on the other side. Oh, if any of the following are not true, the lead investigators lead forever lost. You turn your attention to your surroundings. Both Alejandro and the creatures that ambushed you are nowhere to be found. You wonder how long Alejandro was in league with them and why. Perhaps you will never know. However, you suspect this is not the last you will see of him. Your campaign log will record that Alejandro is set against you. If he's part of the investigator's deck, remove him, and for the remainder of the campaign. So I'm back, probably just in time to see the end of the stream. Maybe the end of the campaign too, Beast Snow, who knows? Alejandro is set against you. Okay. The narrow steps on the other side of the stone doorway seem almost endless. Through a dim red glow emanates from deeper within the cavern. No matter how many steps you traverse, the glow does not brighten. Okay, hold on. It's weird that, like... Okay, whatever. Through the... emanates deeper within the cavern. No matter how many steps you traverse, the glow does not brighten. It almost seems to glow with a more distant with each step, mocking your tenacity. After a short while, you come to a small ledge where a stone gate bars your passage deeper into the cavern. The gate bears a familiar carved pattern, faded from age and disrepair, and seeping with an oddly discovered petulance. Check your supplies. If any investigator has chalk, they read the way is open. Otherwise, the way is shut. I don't think we have chalk. He was about to get eaten by 3, and yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. We were, yeah. No chalk. The way is shut. You are unsure how to proceed. After debating the merits of each of your options, you decide that the brute force may be the only solution. It takes all of your strength to lift the stone, and you open your way forward for each one of you at a time. It is no simple task, and your body aches tremendously from the effort. When drawing opening hands for the next scenario, investigators cannot take a mulligan. No mulligan. Check your supplies. The investigators of the group must cross off 1 provision per investigator. For each provision, they cannot choose investigator to read low on rations. Okay, so we can cross off 2 provisions, so we're good. Check your supplies. Each investigator with a medicine may cross it off with their supplies to choose and remove a poison weakness from any investigator's deck. Let's see. Medicine, we're going to go ahead and do that and remove the poison from Kamani's deck. Okay. After descending hundreds and hundreds of steps, you decide to stop and rest. Though your watch tells you that night has fallen, the lack of natural sky is starting to affect your internal clock. With no flat ledge in sight, each member of your party claims one of the many narrow steps to sleep on. The way is shut. Is this Lord of the Rings? Yeah, right? At least you completed this scenario with 1 investigator. Yeah. I'm kind of curious. Would it have ended? Yep. The investigators lose the campaign. Yeah. So if we did not succeed, the campaign would be over. So that's crazy. After descending hundreds and hundreds of steps, she decided to stop and rest. Though your watch tells you its night has fallen, the lack of natural sky is starting to affect her internal clock. With no flat ledge in sight, check your supplies. Each investigator with a blanket reads restful sleep. The rest read tossing and turning. Okay, so Daryl has a blanket. You suffer no ill effects, but Kamani is going to suffer a mental or physical trauma. We're going to do a mental trauma. Okay. Scenario 7. Okay, so we are still alive. We are still alive. It feels weird. If the process backfired. Oh, if the process backfired, spectacular. Each investigator reveals 2 random chaos tokens instead of 1. Okay, so I skipped this, unfortunately. Because I read if the process backfired. But, okay. So we have to reveal 2 tokens instead of 1. We'll go here first. Okay. Each investigator who reveals a tablet token must use a Body of Yethian investigator card as their investigator card for the remainder of the campaign. That stinks. We also get an out-of-body experience weakness. That's too bad. Do we get 2? Yeah, I think I get 2 of these out-of-body experience tokens or cards. They only give us 4, so maybe you don't. So we revealed a tablet and a -1. So I think we get both. So I think we just lose later. No, you're an alien person. My least favorite mechanic in this campaign. Yeah, because I feel like, yeah, I agree. Like it could be interesting if you kind of build for it and have an understanding of it. But yeah, it's like, okay, now this deck is not doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, you like the bag? You play Pogo? Yeah, I used to play Pokemon Go. Okay, so over here, Kamani is going to get a +1 and a -5. So we actually get to keep Kamani's thing, and he only gets 1 of these weaknesses. So that's good. It's kind of a feel bad moment for me when, yeah, like, yeah, because like I feel like the one thing that I will say about Arkham, and probably my least favorite thing about Arkham, is the fact that I play one deck through the entire campaign, where I'm the type of person that really likes to play multiple different player powers, different decks. So playing one deck through the campaign, I don't love, but I understand, and I grow to enjoy the strategies and everything that I understand, and like I start to like develop kind of like a relationship with the deck, and now it feels like I don't get to play the deck anymore. So it's like, eh. Are you sure you only put 1 weakness in Daryl? Each investigator who reveals a skull or a number other than +1 gains the out-of-body weakness. Must add it to the deck. So we did that. Each investigator who reveals a tablet, randomly instead of 1, choosing the token that is lower on the list to resolve. I got it. Okay, cool. Thank you. I haven't played Pogo in about 1.5 years. My best friend, who has never been into anything nerdy, started playing with his 5-year-old son and may have bought me back in. Oh, nice. I haven't even opened the app in a long time. It's been a while. Too bad, Daryl. Too bad, Daryl. And we're starting with 4 trauma on Daryl, which is not good. We have 3 sanity. We do get 3 victory points. Maybe charisma? I don't know. All I know is that this next one is probably not going to be super great for us. Cool. Alrighty. No mulligan. Alejandro set against us. The process backfired very badly. Kamani has +1 physical trauma. Daryl has +1 mental trauma. And use your experience to go heavy on skills for the Yithian ability. That makes sense, yeah. I gotcha, yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. At least we have Kamani back. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you all so very much for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. Been a really this is crazy. This is insane. This is a crazy board state. So, that was something. That was something. But I will be back on Monday. We're gonna be streaming Monday morning. Arkham, our Marvel Champions. I think Wednesday morning we're actually gonna be doing some Star Wars Unlimited with Brant again. And then Wednesday evening, I think, is when I will be back at Arkham. So make sure that, subject to change and everything. So make sure if you are able to catch any of those, check the Discord or my YouTube community page, and that will have my schedule for the week. I usually post that on Sundays. This week was a little bit later because it was crazy. But thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are great. Hope you have a fantastic weekend and awesome run. Thank you. Yeah. And see you on Monday. Peace.